Now the other three positions on the sand filter, we have filter, you have backwash, you have rinse. There are three other positions on the filter that really aren't that important. Closed position. Well, if you're going to do something with your pump, you can move the valve head to the closed position and it keeps water from coming back in. There's a recirculate position. On recirculate, water comes through the pump, goes through the valve head and back to the pool, but doesn't go through the filter. Well, why circulate water and not clean it? It makes no sense. So I've never ever used the recirculate position. The last position, winterize, is really just to keep your valve head from freezing, and I recommend taking the valve head inside during the winter time to keep it from freezing. Finally, there is pump to waste. Now, pump to waste is a position that a lot of people use in the springtime. Basically, unplug the pump, move it to pump to waste. Now what's happening is the water's coming into the pump, it's going to the valve head, but it's being pumped out of the backwash port. So water is coming in, but it's bypassing the filter and it's running over towards your neighbor's yard. What can happen is if the cover comes off in the wintertime, or I hate to say it, you forgot to cover or didn't cover it and you got a lot of bugs or leaves, or just your pool is just really dirty and you want to just pump it down really fast. You can never drain a pool. Don't misunderstand. When I say pump it down, you're going to lose maybe 2 or 3 inches of water as you vacuum the pool, sucking the dirt and debris out of the pool and over towards your neighbor's yard. Now, I'm just kidding on that neighbor thing. But pump to waste allows you to suck water from the bottom of the pool, vacuuming, and out. And so it can be a good position to use every once in a while, especially if your pool ever gets really dirty, it's been let go, or in the springtime. Just pump to waste, pump it all out, put some fresh water back in, and you're good. So that's the way a sand filter works. Water comes in, runs through the sand traps the dirt, water gets pumped back to the pool. You backwash it to clean it, rinse it to reseat it, and the other position that you might want to consider using is pump to waste if you're just going to pump a lot of water out. Now, one thing I should mention, whenever a sand filter is very new, because it's very clean, or you've just backwashed it, that pump is pumping very effectively. And so it's moving an awful lot of water. Remember I said the water coming back in looks like the rooster tail behind a jet ski? Okay, well what that means is water is coming through very well. The problem is sometimes these skimmers cannot process as much water as that pump wants. Well, when that happens, inside of that skimmer, a little whirlpool will form. And what happens with that little whirlpool is it will start sucking air, just like it's a miniature tornado made out of water. And that tornado will suck air, and it'll suck air all the way down to the pump. Well, when the pump gets air in it, it's called losing prime. And what will happen is the pump just simply stops pumping. It has a little air in it, it just stops pumping. So what will happen is you'll think, oh, my pump's not working. It's plugged in, it's running, but no water circulating. If you look in the lid here, you'll probably see air. You look there and you say, well, nothing's happening. The whirlpool goes away. After it's lost prime here, the whirlpool goes away, so you didn't see it happen. All you know, it's not working. What you do is simply, again, unplug the pump, open this lid, and just crack it for a second. A little water will gush out, and that will reprime the pump. Close it back down, and plug it in. Now, if you ever have this happen continuously, where it's happening all the time, chances are your water level is low. But there's a trick to make things easier. If you're losing prime often, just take a tennis ball, just a regular tennis ball, and drop it into the skimmer. What will happen is now as that whirlpool starts to form, the tennis ball will get sucked to the vortex of that whirlpool, and that won't let the air get pulled down into the pump. So that'll allow you, as you're filling the pool with a little bit more water, to keep circulating without losing prime. So just a regular old tennis ball in the skimmer can eliminate the problem. So that's sand filtration. These are great filters. Sand filters have been the most popular filters for residential and commercial pools for probably about 50 or 60 years, and they work wonderfully. One word of caution, sand filters filter better when they're dirty. Next, we'll talk about element filtration.
Where family and fun come together.